Alrighty, here I am. I don't know if I'm loud enough or anything. I don't have my mic. I'm at my girlfriend's working on this. There's a washing machine going on, so who knows what it sounds like or what it looks like. But we're doing what we're doing, alright? We gotta do something, and we're doing it, okay? Listen, it is what it is. Okay. Cool. Okay, cool. I just wanna have something like this here, something like this right here. Maybe this would be even better. Then I have this little guy. Ooh, why is it not being selected? I would like to select if possible. Oh my god. Okay, cool. I'm gonna put this guy a little lower, and I'm gonna make it movable. And sort of highlight it, just a little bit, like subtly. A little subtle. Subtle, not so subtle. Okay. Maybe there's too many lights right here. Try to give them. It's weird though, because the thing is, like, when you have a light like that coming out of nowhere, it's like where's that coming from? So I would need an asset. Maybe I have one actually, like a light. There's like this light right here, but it doesn't really work, does it? Does it come with a light? It actually comes with a light. I could use it as a practical light. And a practical light is a light in filmmaking that you see as in the scene, I guess. So this would be sort of a practical light. But I wonder, like, does it actually come with a light? It doesn't, right? So I think it's just the material on the thing, but there it's gonna look like it does it, right? I'm gonna put it with it like this. But it produces a shadow. That's interesting. So I'm gonna make it not produce a shadow. It doesn't make sense, but if it looks like it makes sense, it makes sense. You know what I mean? Okay, kind of. And here, that's what we're going for. We're going for it kind of makes sense. I could parent it, but I'm being lazy about this. Let me do this. There we go. It froze. It's not like I'm not doing anything, it just froze on me. Because why wouldn't it freeze from time to time, right? And there, it's gonna freeze at one point, and it's gonna be really, really nice. There we go, baby. We're gonna leave it as is for now. What is this? Sound manager, yes. I was trying to add sound to the game, and right now I don't even know if it's on. I think it's not on, but the music's not on either. That's good for the streaming. What else will I have? One of these guys right here. These are going to be like placeholders, but at least it'll allow me to remember that that's one of the things that I'm trying to do, I guess. I'm back in here. This is interesting because I wonder, this guy right here, you see this is like a really strong emissive. I'm gonna get rid of the emissive. Just let it be like this. Let my lights do the work. Okay. The other thing that I was thinking is putting slabs here, or I don't know what they're called, but like there's like these little slabs that you put at the bottom of things. But I just want to play through this, I guess, and sort of try to figure out what to do next. So I'm gonna give it a proper playthrough from beginning to end. Whoa, what's going on with the frame rate here? I guess at a higher resolution kind of like gets crazy. I don't have my controller. I do have my mouse, but I don't like playing with the mouse. So I'm gonna play keyboard, and that's it. No mouse, no keyboard. Okay. So I have to be able to decouple how I feel about the game versus how someone that plays it for the first time will feel. Because to me, it feels sort of slow. But I think it might be slow. This situation is more confusing than I think for players. The camera here, it's basically it's because the camera I think is hitting something that's trying to fall. So we're gonna need to adjust that. Right here, what's the target FPS here? Do I know? Let's be. It can't be 45. It has to be. It has to be 60, and yet we're not even hitting that on a game with almost nothing on it. So I wonder if it's like a nanite thing that I have to get on. Hey, gobby toast. That's good. Toast is good for bread, dude. I mean, toast is bread, which is good for hot dogs. Yeah. Yes, that's what I'm making. I'm making a hot dog game. So here, the acceleration gets messed up because we don't have enough contact points, I think. Whoa. It's interesting how sometimes people will try to solve stuff in different ways. Like someone was trying to do this part like this, which is obviously not made for that. And then I wonder, should I let the players discover that or not? I think I'm gonna add notes. I'm gonna add. These are like little things to do right now. Add platform under statue on lift up, which is basically started burped disgustingly. This looks like the block game from a decade ago. You're a block and solve to get into the hole. You're a block and solve to get into the hole. What game is that? This is a platformer. It's not a puzzle game. Maybe you're thinking of Steven's Sausage Roll. But it's a completely different game. I love that game, but it's the only thing we have in common is the sausage. This part right here, maybe there could be like some sort of block swords. I'm not familiar with that game. Block swords. I'll look it up. Thank you. I'll look it up so because maybe it'll give me some inspiration. I'm always looking for inspiration. Let me write it here. Check out block swords. Thank you. Galdi, I just started streaming a couple days ago, so I want to know, where did you hear about the stream? Meaning, did you find it somewhere, or was it on the YouTube suggested stuff? Like, are you a follower? This pattern is very strange. But it does what it should do. Okay, so I'm gonna go there. I was looking at theory, software, and game development. Ah, cool. Ah, you're on Twitch. That's cool because I'm also streaming on YouTube at the same time. You scroll down. You were like, I gotta support the loser with no viewers. I gotta go all the way down and see what's going on. And there I was. I get it. I do that too sometimes. You know what I like? I don't like going on development streams that have like a million people because I feel like I can't discuss anything with the developer or give them feedback or learn. I really like going to streams with like 5-6 people and chill with that person. It just feels more like a hangout and less like a show, you know? I really like that. Ooh. And sometimes you find cool stuff like sausage game. Huh? I'm sure you weren't expecting that. Where did he fall like? Ah, okay. The reason I felt like that really weirdly, and that it went into like nowhere, is because the checkpoint that's created. There's a checkpoint that is created, basically. That's all I wanted to say. This is a fun bit. Decline. I'm gonna add fix checkpoint. Add checkpoint position on spawn. Just have little fixes. So yeah, it's cool to discover what people are working on, and sometimes it's more interesting, I find, with smaller creators. So I guess you're a little bit like me on that. So right now what I'm doing is I'm just doing a playthrough of this demo level. Yeah, but you know what? Even if it's different, you never know what could inspire you. For example, something that inspires me for this game is the game, what is it? Annoying Stick game? I didn't write annoying right, but Irritating Stick. So I don't know if you can see what I'm looking at, but I was looking at this game, for example, as an inspiration. I thought, oh, this looks kind of cool, and it's a completely different game than mine, but it's basically a game where you move a point, and you have to not touch the stuff. It's like one of these, you know? And it has nothing to do with my game, but I was like, oh, there's a feel of precision, of waiting, of doing, of like, being punished if you mess up and stuff like that. So sometimes it's good to actually. I'm gonna look up boxers while I'm here. You know, boxers. Okay. I just want to look at the game itself and not necessarily play. I see. But it's interesting though. The idea of maybe I could play with. You see, this is interesting to me. Okay, there's switches. Why does it zoom in like that? Because it's a speed button. That's interesting. So it's really a positioning game more than anything else. Okay, I guess those you can only touch once. Or no? Okay, not even that. Why is it like that? Why are those red or orange? Ah, that's cool. Okay. It has a passcode. That's great. And an amount of moves. Oh, that's another thing. Feature. I'm red if you stand vertical. Okay, cool. I didn't know that. That's interesting. I'll definitely look more into it, but I also want to add a timer. I think that's gonna do something for the game. Okay. So here I'm climbing, baby. This part looks kind of boring, and this is where the level design kind of falls apart, in my opinion. But I just wanted to show these features and these ideas and see what people would think. Basically, right now, what I'm doing for the game is I just built a level, a small level that's like a little showcase and test what the game could be like or about, to post it on itch.io, and people can play it and give me feedback. So if you're interested in giving me feedback, the link is available in the Discord. I don't know if I have a link to the Discord on the chat, but if you're interested, I'll send it to you, and you can join. If not, it's all good. Also, you don't have to. Oh, okay. Reset velocity. Yes, it's like I am fish, it's like I am bread, it's like getting over it. It's really in the rage game genre, I would say. Stuff like that, you know. How's my sound, by the way? I'm in a different place right now. I'm not home. Just wondering if it sounds good, because I'm not even using my microphone. I'm using my laptop microphone, which might not be best. And then here's this little part here. Just go through it. Try to make up a little fun. And you fall into the hole, like in blocks, or you see? I got inspirations. It's a proof of concept demo. Maybe I should add the notation for this right here on the screen. Let me add a text. Join the community. And mermaid is. And sorry for the weirdness here. Not great. Sorry about this. Background color. I didn't work it through yet, but hope that looks okay. Maybe a bot with a little link would have been better, but listen, man, we do what we can. Okay, so I'm gonna fix some of the annoying things on Respawn. So right now I'm gonna do some coding-ish thing where it's gonna be, I guess that I'm gonna have a new thing here where it's gonna be like, I'm just gonna put it here at the end. So I'm gonna do checkpoint, set last position to transform, get active transform. So that should be good enough right now, I think, because that means that here, if I fall, I'm gonna respawn there. Great. Okay, that's fixed easily. And then I'm gonna do the other thing where it's like on. This is gonna be like, I don't know. Then the other thing I need to do is when the player is respawned, and that's on. I'm new to Unreal. I've been on it for a month and a half. But I've been making video games for about 8 years in Unity and Construct. I have released multiple commercial projects, and I work in the industry, and I'm also a game design teacher. That's what I do for a living. So I have some experience, so it's made it easier to learn Unreal, but I'm not good at Unreal yet. You know, like I'm not actually like really good at it, but we do what we do, right? You know, like at one point you get enough experience and like ideas on how things work to move from one engine to the other. Although I would say Unreal is very different to a lot of other engines. I find it does things the way it wants, so I'm still trying to figure out how would Unreal want me to do this, especially when it comes to like how things communicate with each other, how to make the code reusable, you know that. And I can code in C#, and node programming is just very weird to me. So I think here is where this happens. So right here, what I can do is, before I do this, is I wonder if I could do physics or something with physics here, and like sleep, put rigid body to sleep. Let's just see what happens, and we'll figure it out from there, right? So what's going on here? Why is this an error? Target must have a connection. Okay. This is not it. Okay. Why is it not letting me? Okay. So this guy right here, the target would be, but I'm thinking that this might not be the node. I think it could be like velocity, set velocity, set linear velocity. How could I, let me see if I can Google this actually. How to reset physics of actor real. For this physics, yeah, that's what I want. Set simulate physics. For component, no. Reset on physics. Yeah, that's kind of what I want to do. Yeah, yeah, 8 years. Do you make games, by the way? Set physics linear velocity. Okay, set physics linear velocity of the sausage to 0, 0, 0, 0, and there we go, and that should be good, I think. Okay, this is giving me an error. Why is this giving me an error? We're gonna clean this up, and it says read the value of values. The blueprint self is not a player, therefore target must have a connection. Well, it's this guy, right? No, would you like to? Is that something that interests you? Because by watching streams, it's cool. Like you can learn some how to make games and stuff like that. Did that work? Yep. You wanted to make a Roblox theme, but it looks difficult. I'm gonna be honest with you, making video games is difficult, but you can learn. You can learn by doing, and the secret to making video games or to learn how to make video games is to start very, very small. So, for example, you could take a game or like one mechanic. Like, I want to make a guy that jumps. And that's it. And then like find what's interesting about that. Or I want to make a guy that has to avoid things or whatever. So you start very, very small, and that could help. Totally. Oh, I think I know what the problem is. I think. Maybe it's because we're resetting the thing. Here, possible. That might be something here. And Roblox might be a good way to get started. But there's other ways. There's Construct. I recommend using Construct, which is cool because it does a lot of the work for you. So you can kind of get going with stuff and like make players and move and stuff like that, like fairly quickly and fairly easily. Okay, this has no reset there. But that's one thing that you can do for me. So is it really resetting it the way I want it to reset? I just wonder. So I'm gonna do it in a safe spot and see what it looks like. I feel like it keeps going. Physics linear velocity. So I wonder if this guy right here, I could simply, because I'm not destroying the actor, I'm just resetting the position. So I wonder here, and I wonder if there's anything else. Set physics, sleep. Put rigid body to sleep, and I'm gonna do the same guy right here. And I just want to know what happens if I do that. I don't know what sleeping means exactly. I think it's like not considering the physics or something for a minute. It's strange because it doesn't seem to do anything. So I wonder if it's doing executing the code. So you see, even I have like a lot of experience, and I'm still like learning. So that's the other thing that you need to have when you're making games is like the will to learn stuff, right? That's one of the things that, you know, that make it more fun. And so learning and making small projects. Like there's games that are very tiny that I really really love, you know. So there's that thing. So I guess this doesn't work. Why doesn't it work? I think also angular velocity, set physics, angular velocity in radians. I think this might be it, baby. Like this game that you're seeing right now, it may look simple, but it was actually pretty complicated to get working well. Okay. That's kind of good though. Okay, and then what if I were to do this other one? This guy right here. No, maybe this guy right here. I'm gonna put myself in a very difficult position. Let's say here, so that if I were to fall, I would fall. I'll let myself fall. Okay, that kind of makes sense to me. What about sleep? Put rigid body to sleep. Let's see. Put rigid body to sleep. What does that mean? It means force a single body back to sleep. What does it mean to sleep in Unreal? Sleep here. Sometimes, what does it mean to sleep in Unreal? This is the other cool thing that you can also do is okay, I'm doing that. That's fine. Cool. That's gonna work. Although, yeah. Okay, so this worked for me right now. As percent velocity of respawn. Okay, that's good. Check out boxers I did. Yes. So we're gonna add buff particle movement with a delay possible. Oh yeah, that's on particles on character. That's what I need to add to that little. Oh, this list basically is a list of, this is basically my document that I'm using to keep track of notes of things that I want to be doing, or things that are bugs that are annoying me, or features. For example, right now I'm going down this list, so you can see this is all the stuff that I've been doing on stream lately. And then there's like name ideas, then there's like level design features that I want to do and stuff like that. Then maybe some little references of things that I think are interesting, that look like stuff that could be in the game. So right now, I was thinking maybe of adding the feature of a timer, so that the player starts the game with a timer, and then like another feature could be feature main menu, feature options, and then this is going to be like a sub feature of this. Usually you would do it in a much more detailed way and very organized, but because I'm working on this project myself, I think I can manage with just this for now, because it's just a prototype. Apart from other stats you lift up. So for example, this is what's really cool about doing a list like this, for me at least, is I can see something that I can do on the game, so I'm not like just thinking about what I should be doing, you know. So right now, here I have a bunch of meshes that I got, and I know that I like this one for this type of stuff. So what I'm gonna do is like I'm gonna scale it, and I'm gonna lower it a little bit. And the reason why I'm gonna be doing this is I'm gonna put this guy right here. If I press End, it's gonna put it there. This is gonna be like a little display for the statue. And I think what would be nice for the statue is to put it a little bit higher, and middle, and boom. It's not aligned, which I don't like. This is not aligned either. So that's maybe gonna help the player not hit the wall when they get to this point. I think I could make this one bigger towards the back and put it there, but for now it's gonna be fine. So now I'm just gonna test it out and be like, hey, is this good or not? And here, and then this little moment looks kind of cool, and that's it. So then I'm like, boom, I did this. Then I can look at the list and be like, hey, I made all this stuff. I did a little work on the game. Featured timer. I wonder how I can make a timer in real. There must be like a time thing or something. Mouse look reverse option. Moving platform timing. Breaks if you die. Great. So this guy right here should be listening to that. Okay, so I think here I'm gonna have to use possibly learning events in Unreal. So I know how to do this in Unity with an event where when the player dies, it sends a signal to everyone else, and then everyone else is listening for it, and they do whatever they need to do. But in Unreal, I don't know yet what the right way to do it is. I think it's like delegates or events or something like that, but I don't know that feature. And right now on stream, I don't want to be learning new features. I want to be doing stuff that's interesting. But velocity, like that's weird. This doesn't apply anymore, and that's it. Okay. There's something else that I was looking for or saying. If the player dies here, they died here. That's good. Okay. These are kill boxes basically. If you don't know what they are, it's like the player touches them and they die. And these are checkpoints, like this. You don't see them in the game, but they're there, and you see them in the editor so that you can work and do your stuff you want to do. Let's head back, check a little bit of what we're doing. It's a little bit overexposed, I think. I don't think the player is gonna die actually. I think the player is just gonna fall and have to go back where they were. I don't think the player is gonna be able to die really in the game. In this version, they can die, but in the game, I don't think they will die. Okay, so right now, as you can see, it's. I wonder if